正在左边呢。
觉得有没有拍？
不是。
老师说，只要透过学习，就可以从部落衔接上学习，以后我就能在任何地方学习，努力就会带着你走向更远的方向。
For 5 consecutive years, Taiwan has ranked first in Asia for gender equality. We have a female president and over half our mayors are women. 40% of judges and legislators are also female and 37% of business leaders. Regardless of gender, everyone in Taiwan is confident in pursuit of their goals.
在医疗工作上，人做不到的，要靠科技演上最后一里路。透过全民健保、远距医疗和医疗联防模式，整合不同医院各自擅长的专科，在疫情期间加强医疗量能。也省去患者和医护人员的时间成本，在全台14个不三不四的地区，消除了偏乡与弱势族群面临的不平等，一个医疗方圆终于开出了花。
食饱未？定定是许多人问好的第一句话，嘛反映过去迄个食袂饱的时代。发展科技农业，那提高生产效率。结合区块链的运用，你可以再看到生产者对粮食安全的信心甲责任。生产履历嘛记录者的新闻，为头到尾经过什么款的产销通路，用各种方式，互更较侪人食饱。我虽然行了远，但是总是犁头向地土地学习。
A closer global partnership needs to be established to tackle the threats of extreme climate conditions, natural disasters, and epidemics. Taiwan has been sending experts overseas since 1959, leveraging our strengths to assist with global developments. With expertise in agriculture, public health, education, ICT, environmental protection, SMEs, and humanitarian aid, we have contributed to international cooperative initiatives. Taiwan's experience allows us to promote a global sustainable vision, which has benefited many countries.
没有看到，完全随便乱拍啊！
今天一切都好吗？
还是老样子。
我在想，要不要试着放慢脚步，才和朋友聊到好久没有出去走走了。
生活再忙，还是要记得好好吃饭。我在想，给自己安排一趟温泉旅行。
明天就出发吧。
前面啊，前面啊，在正面啊，这边那个，以前有拍过没有啊？对不对？我印象中有哎。
我喜欢北
觉得现在没有看我们那个
访问，
在那个白头发老太太后面。
深情环绕的汤泉，整个人都放松了。
每年春夏，我都会到苏澳泡冷泉，水质干净清澈，天气热的时候可以来这里消暑。
对了，我上次也有去港边喝新鲜的鱼汤，真让人怀念。
台湾的海鲜很棒，都有不同料理方式。泡汤完最期待的就是享受美食。
在地生产的料理是我的最爱。
时间都慢了下来。下雨天，听着自然的声音，
这是谁？就刚讲那个啊。
温泉，看着夜空。
在关子里体验漓江温泉，
这样看有点像。
说走就走的行程。
是啊，
这样看有点像。
在最佳的位置，静静的等待，等待美好的感动。
沿着北海岸线慢慢抵达，随着太阳升起，看着海岸线的金山汤泉。这是台湾的四季好汤，要不要明天就出发？
没有，如果刚你那两个图对起来是啊。
是吗？
而且不觉得我给你的那个图对起来不像。
How would you like to spend time in Taiwan? Well, start with breakfast.
这就长完胡子以后的他。
From the breakfast shop around the corner to the traditional food vendors beside temples.
就是我刚开始跟你讲
Enjoy
的一
a
样的
fresh start to your day every day. Explore the city on wheels, or connect with the land on your own 2 feet. Go camping and chill out in nature, or take a deep, relaxing breath at yoga. Haven't made your decision yet? We've got more options for you. Get your hair washed in a Taiwan-style salon, or dive right into the ocean. Stroll through a night market and get a taste of Taiwan street. Time for bed? Not just yet. A karaoke party is just getting started. Feel free to go for a jog on your own, or hit the club all night long. Either way, the 24-hour store down the street has you covered. So, how would you choose to spend your time in Taiwan? Time spent traveling is time well spent. Just come. You'll find your own answer along the way. Time for Taiwan.
来，您点的蛋饼跟大冰来。谢谢，老板，谢谢。 Laila iya mangata ahia pauli maksudi jawila lima kuni mangat tumili temu tu tasa panca asli. 老师说，只要透过学习，就可以从部落衔接上成绩。只要我不能在任何地方学不同，武林就会带着你走向更远的。
For 5 consecutive years, Taiwan has ranked first in Asia for gender equality. We have a female president and over half our mayors are women. 40% of judges and legislators are also female and 37% of business leaders. Regardless of gender, everyone in Taiwan is confident in pursuit of their goals.
在医疗工作上，人做不到的，要靠科技领上最后一里路。透过全民健保、有志医疗和医疗联防人士，整合不同医院各自擅长的专科，在疫情期间加强医疗安排。也省去患者和医护人员的时间成本，在全台14个不三不四的地区，消除了偏乡与弱势族群面临的不平等，一个医疗光源终于开出了花。
食饱未？定定是大人问好的第一句话，嘛反映过去迄个食袂饱的时代。发展科技农业，若提高生产效率。 结合区块链的运用，结果会使看到生产者对粮食安全的信心甲责任。生产履历嘛记录者的新闻，对头到尾经过什么款的产销通路，用各种方式，互更较侪人食饱。我虽然行了紧，但是总是犁头向地土地学习。
A closer global partnership needs to be established to tackle the threats of extreme climate conditions, natural disasters, and epidemics. Taiwan has been sending experts overseas since 1959, leveraging our strengths to assist with global developments. With expertise in agriculture, public health, education, ICT, environmental protection, SMEs, and humanitarian aid, we have contributed to international cooperative initiatives. Taiwan's experience allows us to promote a global sustainable vision, which has benefited many countries.
今天一切都好吗？
还是老样子。
我在想，要不要试着放慢脚步，才能娓娓聊到好久没有出去走走了。
生活再忙，还是要记得好好吃饭。我在想，给自己安排一趟温泉旅行。
明天就出发吧。我喜欢北投的地热景观，空气中的硫磺味，泡着四周被山景环绕的温泉，整个人都放松了。
每年春夏，我都会到苏澳泡冷泉，水质干净清澈，天气热的时候会来这里消暑。
对了，我上次也有去港边喝新鲜的鱼汤，真让人怀念。
台湾的海鲜很棒，都有不同料理方式。泡汤完最期待的就是享受美食。
在地生产的料理是我的最爱。
时间都慢了下来。下雨天，听着自然的声音，我在南投东湖温泉看着夜空。
在关子里体验泥浆温泉，好喜欢说走就走的行程。在最佳的位置，静静的等待，等待美好的感动。
沿着北海岸线慢慢抵达，随着太阳升起，看着海岸线的金山滩前。
对，解忧新的。
这是台湾的四季好光，要不要有一天就出发？
How would you like to spend time in Taiwan? Well, start with breakfast. From the breakfast shop around the corner to the traditional food vendors beside temples, you can enjoy a fresh start to your day every day.
要拍谁啊？谁？
Explore the city on wheels, or connect with the land on your own 2 feet. Go camping and chill out in nature, or take a deep, relaxing breath at yoga. Haven't made your decision yet? We've got more options for you. Get your hair washed in a Taiwan-style salon, or dive right into the ocean. Stroll through a night market and get a taste of Taiwan street food, or sit down for some quality time over a delicious meal. Time for bed?
你讲的是哪一个啊？
Not just yet.
为什么被你们弄得好混乱？
钢琴那边
坐下。哦。
Feel free to go for a
就
jog
是
on your own,
刚拍的那个嘛，
or hit the club all
导
night
演嘛
long.，
林敬胜导演嘛。
Either way, the 24-hour store down the street has you covered. So, how would you choose to spend your time in Taiwan? Time spent traveling is time well spent. Just come. You'll find your own answer along the way. Time for Taiwan.
来，你点的蛋饼跟大金来。谢谢老板，谢谢。
各位使节代表、各位贵宾、各位女士、先生，大家晚安，大家好，欢迎各位今晚莅临外交部113年春宴魔法之夜，晚会即将开始，请各位贵宾就座，并请将手机转为静音或震动模式。
Excellencies, ambassadors, honorable representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the 2024 Spring Banquet, the MOFA Magical Gala. The event is about to begin. Please find your seats and switch your phones to silent mode. Thank you.
晚会即将在3分钟后开始，请各位贵宾就座，并请将手机转为静音或震动模式。
Ladies and gentlemen, the event will begin in 3 minutes. Please find your seats and switch your phones to silent mode. Thank you.
要闪光灯啊！我贝的老婆啦。
晚会即将开始，请各位贵宾就座。
Ladies and gentlemen, the event is about to begin. Please find your seats and switch your phone to silent mode. Thank you.
他说日本代表了。对啊，就是那个光头啊。靠背干，我他妈震惊线耶！你写的干。震惊是因为我就觉得干，我想震惊，我想要发这个东西，是不是那个比较好看？对，就坐在旁边，肯定手啊，写他妈像。
各位贵宾，现在让我们一起热烈的掌声欢迎中华民国总统蔡英文阁下莅临会场。
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming President of the Republic of China, Taiwan,蔡英文。
各位使节、代表、各位贵宾、各位女士、先生，欢迎大家今晚莅临外交部113年新春联欢晚会。
Excellencies, ambassadors, honorable representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the 2024 MOFA Spring Banquet.
首先，让我们热烈欢迎今晚晚会的主人，外交部吴釗燮部长致辞。
I would first like to invite our host, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, 釗燮 Joseph Wu, to say a few words.
各
Madam President Tsai Ing-wen, Mr. Premier C.J. Chen, Secretary General Lin to the President, Secretary General Koo of the National Security Council, Ambassador Andrea Bowman of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who is also the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Excellency Ambassadors and Honorable Representatives, Senior Advisors to the President, Ministers, Senior Officials, and members of the Parliament, distinguished guests, friends, and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and happy Year of the Dragon. It is my great pleasure. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 2024 Spring Banquet. I suppose you have already noticed the theme of the banquet this year is Magical Gala. This is because the acronym of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, MOFA, sounds like magic in Mandarin, MOFA. And I'm tempted to call myself Joseph Dumbledore or Professor Wu tonight to go with the theme. Well, I know there's a time and place for teaching, lecture, sorcerer, or even witchcraft. But tonight, it is for me to express my deep appreciation. Looking back at 2023, international conflicts pose new challenges to the world, and Taiwan itself is in no shortage of challenges. I would like to thank all of the ambassadors and representatives for working with my government to navigate through the turbulences. We in Taiwan can enjoy economic prosperity, social safety, freedom, and democratic way of life because you all work closely with us. The members of the diplomatic community in Taiwan have served as a key bridge connecting Taiwan to the world. Your efforts have helped this country to be a critical force in a post-pandemic international order and a major player in the restructuring of the global supply chains. In challenging times, we prove to be indispensable partners to each other, and I want to thank you all for that. I would also like to thank you for supporting our democracy and facilitating overwhelming congratulatory messages following our successful national elections in January. We are prouder than ever to have completed the elections despite tremendous interferences by vicious foreign actors. There will be more than 40 democratic elections in the world this year. Taiwan will be happy to share its experiences with interested friends on how to deal with election interferences. But let me tell you frankly, it is not a pleasant lesson to be told who to vote for by an authoritarian regime with no democratic election itself whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, the people of Taiwan have pulled it through, and democracy has prevailed again. I also want to thank you for the support at a time when Taiwan is under increasing military, economic, diplomatic, and hybrid coercion. Now the international community is set on a consensus that peace and stability over the Taiwan Strait is very important and indispensable to global security and prosperity. Democracies everywhere are also making it loud and clear that we should maintain the status quo across the Taiwan Strait and oppose any unilateral change to it, especially by force or coercion. The voice of support is unequivocal and is much appreciated by the people of Taiwan. The responsibility on the shoulder of MOFA is quite heavy, but it is often underappreciated, especially in our competitive party politics. I often say that this is perhaps the most difficult foreign minister job in the world. Some good American friends even joked with me why the president hates me so much to make me the foreign minister and for so long. But it is very rewarding to hear the international community or see international media coverage that Taiwan is supported and is held as shining beacon or a force for good. It is also very touching that we have waves of foreign visitors who just want to come and show support. And as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I'm immensely proud and very thankful. One person here tonight that I would like to express my special appreciation to is, of course, President Tsai. Her steady hands have steered the course of the country in the last 8 years. Her record is unbeatable in every regard, ranging from military reform, COVID measures, civil liberty, gender and marriage equality, economic growth, stock market performances, national competitiveness, democratic resilience to international acknowledgement and appreciation. President Tsai undoubtedly is the best president my country can ever ask for, and I'm sure you will agree with me on this. I can tell you will agree with me on this. Just like many who have come to Taiwan and registered their appreciation to her for being a great leader of the world. And to me and my colleagues in MOFA, it is President Tsai who has guided us to all the international spotlight. We in MOFA can never thank you enough, Madam President. And I hate to say it, these will be her last attendance to the Spring Banquet as the incumbent president. And now I would like to invite all of the participants tonight to give our president a big round of applause to thank her for being an outstanding and extraordinary world leader. Thank you, President. And tomorrow is the International Women's Day. And I would like to take this opportunity to wish the female participants tonight and also the female colleagues of mine in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and also in the government a happy Women's Day. And thank you all. Please enjoy the magical gala, the banquet, and performances. Thank you.
谢谢部长，请部长回座。
Thank you, Minister Wu.
接下来，我们欢迎驻台外交使节团团长圣文森及格瑞纳丁国安卓大使致辞。
Next, we would like to invite Her Excellency Andrea Bowman, Ambassador of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, to deliver her remarks.
Your Excellency, President Tsai Ing-wen, Your Excellency, Dr. Shen Zhen-Shen, Your Excellency, Dr. Joseph Wu, Your Excellencies of the Office of the President and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, distinguished ministers and elected representatives of the government of Taiwan, my fellow ambassadors and other members of the diplomatic corps and representative offices, distinguished guests and members of the media, warm spring greetings to you all on this cold evening. This evening, I will preface my remarks with an anecdote. A few years ago, a Caribbean country which is not an ally of Taiwan experienced a devastating natural disaster. At that time, another Caribbean country which is a diplomatic ally of Taiwan's, appealed to MOFOR Taiwan for disaster relief and assistance to be extended to this Caribbean country, which is allied to Taiwan's hegemonic neighbor. MOFOR Taiwan acceded to this request and extended generous assistance to the disaster-ravaged Caribbean country. A few months later, the same Caribbean country, which had received the assistance from MOFOR Taiwan, appealed to its hegemonic diplomatic ally for assistance for another Caribbean country which was now experiencing a natural disaster. This latest victim of disaster is an ally of Taiwan, and our hegemonic neighbor refused to extend the requested disaster relief. In a time of basic humanitarian need, an act of basic humanity was not reciprocated. Ladies and gentlemen, the act of humanity demonstrated by MOFOR Taiwan undergirds the essence of this arm of the Taiwanese government. And if for no other reason, I would like us all to please give MOFOR Taiwan a round of applause. At last year's Spring Banquet, I had emphasized the importance of MOFOR's mission in safeguarding the sovereignty of Taiwan, not only for the people of Taiwan at home and abroad, but for the belief we all have in the integrity of Taiwan's freedom. This integrity makes the goodwill of humanity possible, as is demonstrated in the earlier referenced anecdote. Taiwan is a truly people-centered democracy, which is propelled by the will of the majority of its people. Indeed, the caliber of Taiwan's democracy is demonstrated by the extent of voter engagement in national elections. There was an incredible 72% voter turnout in this year's election. Most older democracies are heartened when there is a 47% voter turnout. Taiwan's 72% voter turnout allows me to reiterate what I have been saying since I have had the responsibility of being the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps. And it is this: the diligence with which Taiwan has worked at shaping its hard-earned democracy has quickly placed Taiwan at the center stage as a leading democracy in today's world. There is no voter apathy in Taiwan because the value of democracy is treasured in this country. Such a democracy has to be protected and defended because of what it represents for democratic governance systems worldwide. Therefore, having experienced the sadness and loss in our diplomatic community, which came on the heels of this January's election, we must all bear in mind the irony of these acts of attrition. Taiwan's loss of allies, designed to weaken this country, tends to result in an increase in the dedication of like-minded, friendly, democratic nations. For these nations, near and far, recognize that no country in this world would benefit from a weakened Taiwan, None, not one. Short-term, short-sighted, perceived gains very quickly evaporate. Thus, continuing to stand with the 172 out of 193 United Nations member states who maintain strategic working relationships with Taiwan is an imperative for all of us in this room. Identifying ourselves as friends of Taiwan singles us out as friends in deed and not just allies by political constructs. Crucial times like these require definitive acts which challenge traditional notions of diplomacy that hide behind terms like interest and shy away from the word friendship. When human beings interact socially, culturally, economically, and politically in each other's countries for over 40 years, bonds of friendship are established. We must not be afraid of stating this reality and of acknowledging what this reality means to the essence of the relationships between our countries. Broken friendships damage the essence of our humanity. Broken friendships relegate our humanity to a soulless chess game of dollars without sense. MOFA Taiwan is the gatekeeper of the caliber of the relationships which we have forged with time. We must all stand with MOFA in its solid defense of our shared humanity. 谢谢。
谢谢德安卓大使，请大使回座。
Thank you, Ambassador. Please be seated.
现在，让我们恭请中华民国总统蔡英文阁下致辞。
Now I would like to invite President Tsai Ing-wen to deliver her remarks.
，Change of language， 陈建仁院长，今天的主人我们吴釗燮部长伉俪，林佳龙秘书长、顾立雄秘书长，使节团团长Ambassador Angela Bowman， 还有各位资政、各位部会首长，还有我们的立法委员、各位驻台使节代表、县长、所有的贵宾和同仁，大家好。每一年外交部的春宴都是各国贵宾和国内各界好友相互交流的盛会。那么借这个机会，我要特别感谢各位使节代表长期以来对台湾的支持和协助，也谢谢现场所有的伙伴跟政府一起拼外交。那么台湾位处民主防线的最前缘，我们坚持民主自由的价值，跟全球的民主阵营密切合作，不仅致力于维持区域的和平稳定，也为全球的繁荣发展而努力。那么过去8年，我们积极改善基础建设，厚植国力，吸引外商投资台湾，也协助产业布局全球。相较于8年前，台湾和美国、日本、欧洲以及西南向国家的经贸往来都大幅成长。那么去年，我们也完成签署台美21世纪贸易倡议首批的协议，也和英国、加拿大分别签署了提升贸易伙伴关系协定 以及投资促进及保障协议。我们期待未来台湾能够加入 CPTPP， 继续加强跟全球的经贸连结。除了经贸合作，我们也秉持互惠互助的精神，跟友邦和邻邻相近的国家在高科技、近邻转型以及公卫医疗等领域深化合作交流。这几年，台湾和各国携手合作对抗疫情，共同面对威权主义的扩张。我们以具体的行动展现台湾能够提供世界需要的协助，也会持续发挥我们良善的力量，跟国际社会一起来应应各项的挑战。最后，我要再次感谢各位在台湾走向世界的道路上，跟我们并肩同行，展现对台湾的重视和支持。那么今天我们一起迎接新春、新气象、新的一年，让我们彼此继续深化合作，共创更丰硕的成果。谢谢大家，谢谢。
谢谢总统，请总统留步，请吴部长及国安卓大使到台上来与总统一同祝酒。
Thank you, President Tsai. Please remain on stage for a moment as we invite Minister Wu and Ambassador Bowman to join you in a toast.
祝大家在新的一年万物兴隆，好运隆中来。
The year of the dragon, may you all enjoy prosperity and good fortune. Cheers!
总统、部长及国安卓大使，请回座。
Thank you, President Tsai, Minister Wu, and Ambassador Bowman. Please be seated.
各位使节、代表、各位贵宾、各位女士、先生，欢迎各位今晚莅临外交部113年的盛宴。
Excellencies, ambassadors, honorable representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Spring Banquet.
我是今晚的主持人沈大为，在我身旁是我的搭档张嘉云。
I am your MC for tonight's Sophie and Mrs. David.
现在，让我们引领各位进入今晚的魔法之夜。
Tonight, please allow us to lead you into Mocha's world of magic.
不是我的。让我休息一下。好。麻烦帮我。